Hello there and welcome back to my channel. We got the final song that we're going to listen to from the Moldovan national final for Eurovision 2023 here today. In this video, I got it right in front of me. It's called Soarele si Luna by Pasha Parfeny. And yeah, if I've understood correctly, this is like the favorite from the selection. So we'll see if this one is the standout in the selection so far from what I've heard. Just excited to listen to it, so let's do it right away. Very dynamic approach so far, how the vocal works in combination with this drum pattern in the background, and then you got this woodwind instruments coming in. Gotta say, it sounds pretty authentic so far. Nice how the clapping kicks up here. Wonderful vocal layering here. Really effective build. There's like this massive void behind it, and then the clapping comes in to build. Woo! Great sound in the kick drum here. Bass is layered wonderfully with it. What side chaining! And then you got this, I guess, the kind of flute melody really on the top. That builds really effectively. Little break there leading into the second chorus, but there's like a new kind of vocal style in this one, I think. Got some chanting in the background as well, which is quite effective. Nicely arranged. Ooh. It's like creative ideas throughout the song. There's something new coming in at every section, I'd say. The drum loop is effective in building. Big hits. And the drum beat has actually picked up. We got the snare coming in here now, more prominently. There's a wonderful flow in this chorus. Great impactful hits as well. Got kind of a half-step beat here. Kind of expected this to be more of an 808 reliant section drum-wise, but it's not really. Effective build again. I hope we're actually allowed to have like a pretty large final chorus that isn't altered too early. Builds effectively again. Great idea of incorporating the vocal melody here for the final time. Using this kind of flute melody as the harmony at the very back, like they've done in the verses, it's effective. Definitely needed the chorus to go for a second time there. It's very unfortunate that there's a time limit, but it is what it is. Can you even compare this song to the rest in the selection? I don't think you can. Like, I haven't heard all 10 of the songs, but I've heard 5 of them, and I've heard the 5 that are considered to be the favorites, I guess. And this one knocks all of them out of the park. I don't even know how this could even be a competition. It's so far ahead. This one interests me. It's really piqued my interest. It has a wonderful sound to it. It stands out. Like, from the very first beginning, you kind of feel like this is a different type of song to many others. It's transformative. It has its own atmosphere going for it. It's not a very ambient track, but it has its own kind of setting that it really goes all in with. I think the kind of brewing kind of pads in the very background just kind of creates this setting that you have one of suspense, that everything else surrounding it will be able to build whatever it wants to build on. And then you got this, well, I'm just going to call it a flute. If it's a different type of instrument, I'm sorry, but you know, it has the characteristics of a woodwind instrument, basically. So this flute-like instrument, the melody that it has, it's repetitive beyond words because it's identical throughout the whole song, the melody that it has, but it still has this sound that really creates its own authentic imprint in the soundstage, I'd say. Then you have the drumming, which is pretty intense, even though it's rather restrained in like the actual dominance and assertiveness in the sound. but it's still a pretty intense arrangement that actually builds towards this atmosphere as well. And you got the vocal, which is absolutely the main part of everything. Vocal layering as well, vocal arrangement throughout. It's a very playful kind of structure to how the vocals work within the song. I think they do a lot of nice things rhythmically as well. How it's varied throughout the song. There's always something new in every section throughout the song, I'd say, where they actually make sure that something refreshing is happening. It takes on new kind of responsibilities throughout the song. That we've had our first chorus now. We need the second verse to switch something up. Let's introduce a new vocal style. Let's introduce more prominent backing vocals that actually work in combination with the main vocal instead of just providing harmony. For the final part of the song, well, let's actually swap up. So the melody that we use, like the vocal melody that we use for the build-up, let's incorporate it into the chorus and make that the standout part. I absolutely would have wanted that final chorus to go on for a second round because it absolutely had the potential to do so, and it would have felt more fulfilling instead of this rushed ending that we get now, which is a recurring kind of issue with a lot of songs competing because there is a 3-minute time limit and it's not being prioritized to have a larger, longer final chorus for whatever reason. I would have loved for that to be prioritized in this case because I think it would have just created such a more of a fulfilling feeling, I guess. It would have made the song feel more complete in my book. But as the song progresses throughout, it's really just something palpable and intensely enjoyable. And I think this is a standout among the others because it does everything it wants to do and a little bit more. It's its own thing. It has the atmospheric touch to it, while also being pretty memorable, pretty catchy. I should say insanely memorable because it's, you know, both the catchy chorus and the instrumental approach just kind of work in combination to create something that you won't forget. And I think it's just a really really fun listening experience, which also just is this transformative listening experience that really makes the song stand out. I thought it was really fun listening to this one. I'm gonna listen to it again. I already know, and it's by far I'd consider Moldova's absolutely strongest song in the selection, and it would have to be a complete failure at the live performance for them to justify not going for this one, in my opinion. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. I think it's a really strong effort, and I hope that all works well for Pasha Parfeny here. Tell me what you think of the song in the comments. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Whatever it is, let me know. And hope to see you soon again when we'll move on to another national final, I guess. We'll see. I think we got Serbia is probably a priority at the moment. But I hope you've enjoyed listening to some Moldovan songs with me. And until next time, take care and bye for now.